You know what's been missing from my life and your life, or at least your life if you've been watching this channel recently? Tire smoke. We have not done enough burnouts recently. And I gotta be honest, I haven't done burnouts in the Rotsun in years because the rear end is always trying to fall out of this car. So today in the garage, we're gonna try to fix the rear end so it won't fall out, just so we can come back right here and do more burnouts, because those Coopers are brand new and they shouldn't be. They've been on there a while. So let's go to the garage, we'll get her fixed up, and we'll come back here and see if it won't do a burnout finally, like a proper burnout, good tire smoke, like the kind of thing that'll make the fire department come back here. All right, let's roll. This is my 1971 Datsun 240Z, one of my favorite body styles of car ever. I love the way these cars look. And originally this thing would have come with an inline six and one carburetor. It now has a Ford American V8 displacing 302 cubic inches. Freiberger and I robbed it from a Mustang years ago. In fact, it was a Mustang convertible, Fox body. And we topped it off with an Edelbrock intake, a quick fuel blow-through carburetor, which they don't even make anymore. It has a Garrett turbo, tile wastegate. It has some aftermarket headers that are flipped upside down. Essentially, that's a stock motor that we boosted once with no boost controller to the point where it blew the charge tube off the engine on the side of the freeway.
One car, two men, and a pilgrimage across America.
After that, we routed a line to the wastegate, and now, thanks to referencing it to the intake manifold, she only makes like 4 pounds of boost. She's very safe. However, will she do burnouts? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think it'll do it, but the question is, what else is going to break? Original wood steering wheel is still in there. Trans tunnel's been raised a little bit because there's a T56 from Silver Sport Transmissions in there. The seats are Sparcos. This one's bolted in. That one's held in with a ratchet strap. Stock gauges are long gone. We've got some odometers in there. Some of them work, most of them don't. Especially the tach, that doesn't quite work. Over in the corner, we have an MSD ignition box firing the ignition, our Pro Billet distributor. My friend Josh Lucas caged this thing a long time ago so we could go to, what? 24 hours of lemons. During which time, we only ran 24 laps. That was a record for us. The car is essentially a stock body, rusty, just rocket ship for brief amounts of time. You know, it usually goes really fast and then blows up. Fun fact, Steve Brule of Engine Masters fame, he welded this door latch on after Matt Ringer test drove this car before selling it to me, found out it had no brakes, and ran it into the trailer hitch of somebody's big truck. The holes in the roof, those were access holes to finish welding the cage in the tech line at Lemons, because the tops of them weren't welded. I believe those are old Koenigs up front and God knows what in the back. She's a mishmash of 5-lug with Datsun 300ZX parts in the back and stock 240 stuff up front. She's amazing. This is one of my favorite cars. And now we're going to do some work on it. Listen up, everybody. You have just 2 days left to enter the sweepstakes to take home my daily driver 76 C10. Let me break it down for you. This thing's gonna come with 2 sets of wheels and tires. Your choice. You can either rock the black Steelies and the knobbies, or the 20-inch billet specialties, which you may have seen in the last episode we uploaded to Finnegan's Garage on YouTube. We are buttoning up the last few items right now. All the old parts will come with the truck if you want it. I don't know why you'd want this when you have a full QA1 coilover conversion front and back on this thing, but it'll be there if you want it. We're gonna put the bumper back on and the trailer hitch. We're about ready to road test it. We're throwing fluids in it, gonna hook up the e-brake cables. This thing's outstanding, guys. It's got a little over 86,000 original miles. It has been repainted. The seat has been redone. The factory AC rules. Yes, the tape deck works. Shout out to Alpine for making bomb-proof cassette players that still work. Small block Chevy, 3-speed auto. This thing is badass. FSMgarage.com is where you want to go. Buy nothing. There's details on how you can enter without spending a dime, or buy a hoodie. It's hoodie time. Shirts, stickers, whatever, all gets you bonus entries. had a shot at maybe winning this or some autographed FSM merch. Good luck, everybody. Okay, before we can work on the Rotsun, we have to move what's left of the original suspension from the C10. This is the 1976 cross member that came out of our blue C10 shortbed that we're giving away. Between now and October 5th, you can win my truck. We just did a full QA1 coilover suspension, front and back, plus rack and pinion steering, and brand new Billet Specialties wheels. That, full disclosure, we stole off my other truck because they look so good on this one. So we need to get this outside, and then we'll finish jacking that up. While we're here, this is the whiteboard. I know you guys get frustrated with me. You're like, why aren't you working on the Cadillac? The truth is, I build cars to go to events so I can cross items off my bucket list. So each car represents somewhere I want to go soon. For instance, there's an event called Six Smokies coming up in less than 2 weeks, October 11th. It's currently October 1st. This event is unique because they let gassers sign up before any other vehicles entered the event. Turns out there was like over 70 in America. Didn't even know that. They're all going to be there. And I like to be there, but I need to put a new radiator in my car, fix the bump stops, fix a bent control arm, test it. We're not ready, but we're gonna be. And we're not even working on that car in this video. Side chick is on the list because at SEMA, there's a party and the theme is drag boats, and we got invited to go. And I'm an idiot and said, well, you know, that boat works. The 632's in it. Why bring it like that when I can create more work for Joe and I by building a new set of headers, redoing the alternator drive, replumbing the carbs, remounting the fuel pressure regulator, because, oh, by the way, we're sticking the 711 Sonny Leonard Hemi in there. And then we need to refreshen it and dyno it at Sonny's all before October 31st, which is less than a month away, because that's when the party happens, during SEMA, which is SEMA week. The Caddy's on the list because I'd like to go to Sick Week in this, which is in February. But like the first week of February, not the last week of February. It's soon. And we have a lot to do. The last time you saw the car, we rebuilt an entire roll cage. And now we need to buy seats, mount seats, put door bars, harness bar, rear gussets, gusset the top half of the roll cage, pull the body off, finish weld it, paint the whole cage again, put the body back down, then build floors, then wire, plumb, brakes, get the motor from Nelson, have Roster build a trans, assemble the whole car. And the truth is, we'll work on it in November, we'll work on it in December, but December we got to go to PRI with the Rotsun. So there's a little timeout. There's Christmas. There's things. Thanksgiving. This will not be easy, but this is my goal. I'm not promising it's going to happen, but this is my goal. Anyway, these are the cars we're working on. The giveaway C10 is not done, but it's very close. We need to adjust the sway bar, connect the e-brake cable, fine-tune the rear suspension, i.e. give it an alignment, install the rear bumper and hitch, connect the steering, put the OBS wheels on it, and this is everything that needs to happen before the end of the year. And sleep. Maybe. I don't know. So let's go to work. We'll move that crossmember out of here, sweep the shop, jack the Rotsun up, fix the rear diff mount, and go do burnouts. I love this.
Transmission jack, crossover jack. Back that up in here. Here we go. Let me climb up in there. Kind of spin it that way or something.
I don't want to drag it. Let's just pick it up.
Oh, I know. We'll pick it up, but we'll spin it so it goes along ways. Okay. All right. Cool. Now they can put it back to normal if they want to.
Yeah, weirdos. All right, let me lift this up and you get the blanket.
Did it.
Now we can work.
This is the bracket that supports the front of the pinion. So as you can see, this thing moves quite a bit. That's not good. And if you can see that or not, but our bushings on the third member are completely shot. that's our bushing. Not a whole lot left of it. It's pretty hammered. So I'm on the hunt for those bushings right now, and then we'll figure out another better way to try to get a little more support here, because that don't work. No bueno.
So for the last, I don't know, probably 6 or 8 years, I think I've been telling people that this is a Subaru WRX center section, which is silly that I said that because I'm the one that bought it off eBay, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a Nissan 300ZX center section. In fact, I think Joe confirmed it. And it's in there. It's kind of dangling right now because the mount's out. The front mount attaches to these ears, and it had a long bolt, a sleeve, and bushings in there, and then there's side bolts, 4 of them, that go through here, the sheet metal area of the car. It's basically the end of the transom, the sheet metal, and it kind of sucks up here. These will not stay tight. In fact, the factory weld nuts broke out a long time ago. They just spin. So we have the issue of these coming loose, but we also have the issue of, during our road trip home from California, these bushings just disintegrated. So every time you hit the gas, this thing would climb the ring and pinion and go bang, bang, bang. And it kind of stopped us from doing burnouts because we were afraid we weren't going to get home. In fact, Joe, if you were to come up close, you can see where this adapter that adapts the H-bar of our drive shaft to the rear diff, you can see where this is actually rubbed the cross member. And the cross member has already been clearanced for this adapter, and yet when it moves up and down, it hits it. So it's not a good idea to keep letting that hit. So today, we're going to install some new energy suspension bushings. I don't know where they went, but Joe went out and bought these. And these guys should solve a lot of the problem. And if we cannot get the weld nuts to stay tight there, we may just weld this thing in place, because I want to do burnouts. And we got places to go, and we can't exactly do any of that if this thing's moving up and down. So today's goal, fix that and then go drive.
And this is the bushing that came out.
Okay. All right. So this is what came out. This is what's going to go back in. So you can see the outer diameter has been compromised for sure.
It literally disintegrated. There's nothing left.
Yeah. So let's put these in, and then we'll see if we can get the bolts through the sheet metal tight and to stay tight. And if they won't, we'll just get out a new MIG welder and burn her in permanent like. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but right here is the metal sleeve. It's kind of dented over from everything wobbling around in there over the years. So yeah, that might not be easy to get out. But we'll give it our best shot.
You have a pointy one and a flat chisel. Pick your poison. And a medium-sized hammer.
Let's start with a socket. That's the same size. Let's get that.
Okay. That one too big?
Might be.
It's about the same size as the new bushing that goes in it, so.
I think it's too big.
Okay, let me get it
slightly smaller. Maybe same size socket, but 3/8 drive might be a thinner wall. Way too small.
It's bigger than that one.
Yeah, this one was way too small too. These are both too small.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I like my fingers.
Yeah, you're not even holding it. You're not even anywhere near it. The only way I can hold it puts my knuckles in the direct path of danger.
Better yours than mine.
Did that move?
I can't. It looks like it's moving a little, maybe. like that. There it goes, there it goes. Yeah! Almost victory. Bling! Yay! Alright.
Oh, wow. That feels good.
Just like the YouTube video, came right out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your glasses are fogging up. You sweating over there?
So we have new ones of these?
This does not go in.
All right.
This gets... So this comes off.
Should we be greasing this bad boy?
Yeah, we should probably grease them. Take the metal sleeve out, then put that in through the top.
Okay. Let's sweep up.
Get you some grease.
We'll get some grease and we'll sweep up.
Thinner. Drop her in from the top. You're being stubborn.
It probably helps when you put it in the square. Thank God Energy Suspension even had these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slip that guy down there. I put some grease on the outside of it. Good.
Yep.
This goes on right to the bottom side of that. It should go around that bushing.
Through the top? Cause...
Yep, it did.
Okay.
There, you guys had them ran through here.
Okay. Don't do that at home, folks.
Yeah, just like that.
Do not do this at home.
See, the funny thing is
Alright, you need some hardware? What do you find humorous?
well, if this goes all the way up, look how far, well, I guess not. Does it line up with the holes? Yeah.
Was there a stack of washers on there?
Yeah, there was a huge stack of washers. I would say try to run it without them. Yeah, you had these big stacks of washers underneath there.
You know what? Let's put spacers. Because this looks like, I can't see, you're going to have to tell me, but my guess is this needs to be level, which is why it had stack of washers.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and a puck would be better, which we probably have stuff we can use.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
There's a little spacer here. Should be another one over on that side somewhere. There, only one of them had a spacer, I think.
I'm going to find something bigger. I tend to not throw things away, which is why I have bins and bins of leftover spacers and brackets and things I've made over the years. Like, this is the end of an MSD Hemi spark plug wire holder. These make good spacers. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you that is we're going to replace a stack of washers that is holding the bolts, spacing them for the cradle. And to do that, I'm going to use these aluminum pucks. These are really cool things that you can make at home. All these are leftover pieces that I've hole sawed. And every time I hole saw them, the part that comes out of the middle, you just sand it down and you have a perfect spacer without having to machine anything. And so as you can see, we've got them in aluminum. We've got them in steel. Actually, these were plasma cut, but all these aluminum ones, you can see the little lip. That's from using a hole saw in a 1/4 inch thick sheet of aluminum 6061. And when the middle falls out and you have your hole, you end up with a pretty good spacer or washer, as long as you go back and deburr it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make spacers out of these. There's the guide bit for the hole saw. I'm just gonna open that up to 3/8 so our bolt can go through, and then we have spacers. That's a pro tip. I tell you what, cane cut drill bits, outstanding. And because I'm not a savage, look, you're gonna chamfer the bolt hole. Look at that. Beauty. Beauty, Clark. All right. Take that to Joe, let him tighten it up, and then I think we'll be doing burnouts here soon.
We need a shorter bolt.
Why?
Because it's already going to the
shank?
Yeah, to the shank of the bolt.
Let's just put spacers on the bottom.
Okay.
Oh wait, this side looks fine.
They're two different sizes.
The bolts?
Yeah, you had two different sizes in here.
I'll get you another.
Probably whatever was laying around on the side of the road.
I'll get you another spacer. We'll just make another spacer. So again, that was cut out with a hole saw. We'll drill a hole in it, and then my guy can use it. Two spacers enough?
Yeah, that's right up on there.
Oh, cool.
It'll be nice. And
way more solid than it used to be, because it used to have, basically, it had a stack of washers with tape wrapped around them. In fact, there's the stack of washers with the tape wrapped around it. This is going to be better.
Yeah, it'll be way more solid.
And now, these bolts, I don't think will come loose as often or as soon, because we'll actually have bushings in here finally, and it'll be solid. It won't be loose here and then trying to bang it up here.
I wonder if those bushings were ever any good even after you bought it.
I don't know. We'll have to go back to the video. You guys at home that actually saw that episode of Roadkill where we swapped this IRS. We got rid of the factory, I think 160 millimeter diff, the 240 rear, and we switched to this, which I believe is a R200 diff, 200 millimeter. Were those bushings ever in there? Were there ever any good? I don't even know. That's how big of a hurry we were when we built this thing originally on Roadkill. I can't wait to drive this. This is going to be great. We should do something about this. Rear diff is in the car. We fixed the vertical bushings for the ears, right? We got the aftermarket brace bolted to the diff. It's 3/4 of the way bolted to the sheet metal of the car. Remember, I've told you about those 4 bolts that go this way and that way, and they're basically sandwiching the sheet metal of the trans tunnel to the rear diff mount. Well, 3 out of the 4 bolts went in no problem. The 4th one totally stripped out, and the factory weld nut that's in there isn't easily cut out of the car. I can't fit a tap in there to fix the problem. So, in the interest of moving things along, and I don't even recommend you do this at home, I'm just gonna weld that 4th attachment point in the car. And I'll weld it in such a way where down the road, if we ever have to take the diff out, we'll just cut it out. It's no big deal. And maybe one day we'll go to a solid axle rear end, I don't know. But it's also an excuse to try a new machine, because whenever Miller sends me a new welder, you know it's for a good reason, because they've changed something significant about it. And this is the Millermatic 211 Pro. Remember the old Miller 211? Awesome machine, smooth starts, portable, lightweight, perfect. Runs off 220, runs off 110, or sorry, 240 or 115, depending on where you live. Same deal here, except this new machine, oh, it's even smarter. Okay, so it's telling me wire drive assembly cable disconnected. I didn't do this on purpose, folks. We just forgot to hook it up. And now, my guess is it's gonna know. Yes, it's gonna know we hooked it back up. Oh my God. All right, so new digital interface, still has auto set. You can still adjust auto set. So basically auto set is You pick your material thickness and your wire diameter. It sets the output of the machine for you, and it's going to give you a clean start and a great weld, especially if you're new to this. If you're not new to this and you want to tweak the setting, you can still do that. Oh yeah, you can still do that. So we're going to be welding sheet metal of the car, but we're bridging the gap between sheet metal of the car, which is probably 16 gauge, maybe 14. We're going to be welding that to 3/16 plate. So I'm going to put this on 1/8 inch. We'll just call it good. And we'll try it there. So 20 volts, 315 inches per minute. We're going to give this a shot. Another reason I'm hyped up about this new welder is I'm going to be giving it away here soon. So pay attention to the next episode of Finnegan's Garage. I'm going to show you how you can win one of these before they even come out, which is awesome. This machine I have here, we're going to test it. I'm going to autograph it. I'm going to mail you my personal Millermatic 211 Pro. It's going to be awesome. Let's go under here and weld things that shouldn't be welded. Okay, party people, so here's the deal. Bolt there, both of them going that way. They are Loctited, they have lock washers. They're probably still gonna come loose. This one's completely stripped out and I can't get a tap in there. And I can't cut the factory weld nut out of there because the cross member and the floor's in the way. So I'm just gonna weld right here. Just a little weld, and later on if the diff needs to come out of the car, we can just zip that right out of the way. No big deal. No big deal. As always, don't do this at home. Oh, the new helmet is nice too. Man. I always love laying directly underneath the thing I'm gonna weld. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. See how smooth that was?
Yeah, looks like butter.
Dude. Wow. Good penetration. You can see where it penetrated. I mean, this is actually quarter, not even, this isn't even 3/16. This is quarter, and it burned into it. You can see it. And it got to the sheet metal, which is double thick, so that worked out good. So essentially, I had it set to 1/8 inch. This is the equivalent of 1/8 inch. This is quarter, and it had no problem. In fact, historically speaking, I've found that the Miller settings are a little hot, which is perfect if you're learning to weld. Like if your technique needs refinement or you're just starting out. The factory settings, you just heard it, perfect. No splatter, no spitting back, like just pull the trigger and go. So, all right, I feel good about this. Let's go see how she drives. And let's, I don't know if it can be this low, but let's put a camera down here so we can see if this thing tries to move while we're driving around. It will not stay still. The brakes would not hold it. It needs a line lock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I kind of want to do it again. This would whip the greatest donuts ever if it wasn't 4 o'clock during rush hour on a Friday in a public space. But if I'll do another one, I'll loop around up there. I'll come back this way.
Okay. Hey, here's a question for you. What do you think would happen if we put a big tire chock in front of the front tire?
I feel like that's cheating. Let me try one more.
Okay.
Put that one on there.
Yes! Success! Woo! That was rad.
Okay. I believe the diff mount mod was a success. Now we need some ventilation. That's great. All right. Okay, that's it for this episode of Finnegan's Garage. Thanks for sticking around. We'll be back soon. Don't forget, October 5th, that's it. You want my C10? You want my 2-short tape? You want a daily driver square body with air conditioning? FSMgarage.com. Go there now. I'm out of here before the cops come.